Good afternoon and happy Friday. I'm Dan Hagan. Today on Up North Hit 4, Andrew and I will chat with an oncologist about the link between alcohol and cancer. Then we'll head up to Eel River to see the design model of this year's ice castle. Plus, we'll stop by the Derby track in Eel River and talk to a racer whose family is all about snowmobiling. We'll get to all of that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. Tomorrow, more than 2,000 blocks of ice will be carried from Silver Lake to downtown Eagle River, but volunteer firefighters were already hard at work today. The department cut 9 inches into the ice today with machines. They will cut the last 3 inches by hand tomorrow. And for those of you doing the math at home, that equals 12 inches of ice thickness. You may remember Chief Anderson was looking for 13 or 14 inches, but he's been assured that the ice will still be safe. We'll hear about the castle design later in the show. Staying in Eagle River, the Vintage Snowmobiling World Championships revved up today. Classic sleds from the 60s, 70s, and 80s will be on the track tonight through Sunday. Earlier today were some practice runs and time trials. Opening ceremonies will be at 6 p.m. tonight with racing to begin at 6:30. The Vintage Championship final will be at 3 p.m. Sunday. Let's talk COVID for a moment since we've had a couple record-breaking days in a row. This graph shows the rolling 7-day average of COVID cases in Wisconsin since the pandemic began. And as you can see, cases are shooting up right now. The new Omicron variant surge is driving this. Health officials say it could be some time before Wisconsin sees case counts decline. Now let's look at another graph here. This shows hospitalizations and deaths in Wisconsin. They're perhaps not moving up as steeply. It appears that Omicron is less deadly than Delta, but when cases are booming like they are right now, that doesn't matter too much. For those of you snowmobiling on the trails, a Land O'Lakes restaurant is going the extra mile for riders. The Black Oak Inn on County Road B installed a custom-built drying wall. You'll see it on the other side in a second. Took 80 hours to make and 438 pieces of PVC pipe. Wow. The wall can dry helmets, hats, and gloves, and of course, you can grab a hot meal while you're there as well. Meteorologist Andrew Keitgafer joins us now. Andrew, bitterly cold today.
Definitely, Dan, but it was sunny, so glad to enjoy those sunny skies today. And as you can see around the region, having a nice sunset. All of you might be a little bit better served out your window, so enjoy that right now. That's nice sunset, and know that we do have increasing clouds on the way for tonight and some snow showers, not for everyone. Most of that will be into the north woods in northwest Wisconsin, and we are talking about generally less than a half an inch of snowfall, so not really a big deal. And you'll see that this snowfall does even struggle to make it towards northeast Wisconsin in areas in central Wisconsin. So it's just going to be a light snowfall overnight, one that will not really impact you too much. What will be more of the impact will be the cold temperatures here for overnight. So lows tonight are getting down towards 0, towards the negative single digits even in some spots, but it's going to feel like the negative teens with the wind chill. So just looking at that wind chill compared to the actual temperatures, near 2 tonight in Rhinelander, but feeling like negative 15 almost at times as the overnight period does go on. Otherwise for tonight, we are looking for those lows near 0, if not a little bit below. And with those light snow showers, seeing that mostly in the north woods overnight, less than half an inch, not a big deal at all. What will be that bigger deal is that wind again, and we are going to be having that breeze coming in out of the south. That'll be driving in near 10 to 20 miles an hour. But then it's going to be on Saturday where that wind gets even stronger. So some wind gusts will be felt near 30 miles an hour. And we will be having then gray skies going on for our Saturday. So I hope you enjoyed that sunny sky today, because we are not seeing that again tomorrow. But no, it's going to be a little bit warmer. We're actually talking about temperatures near seasonable averages, getting back into the 20s, not so much of those teens. So that'll be something to look forward to. A little bit of a warmer day on the way. But as quickly as we warm up is as quickly as we cool down. So looking at that temperature trend that we have after that high of 23 on Saturday, near seasonable temperatures, we're cooling off into the single digits for our Sunday. Monday, struggling to even break 0 degrees for our daytime highs. After that, we do have a little bit of a rebound on the way, looking for those teens, and then back to the 20s by the time that we do hit middle parts of next week. And guess what? By the way, none of this is going to be having any snowfall. So we have a cold spell on the way, a little bit of that snow tonight, but then we are going to be staying dry for the most part as the next week does go on. There are some snow chances in the forecast, though. I'll bring that up at 5 o'clock.
For the most up-to-the-minute info on your school closings, visit WJFW.com on your computer, your tablet, or your phone. WJFW School Closings, sponsored by Builders Service Incorporated and People's State Bank.
9 million acres of forest, 1,700 miles of continuous shoreline, 4,300 lakes, 12,000 miles of streams, more than 300 waterfalls, 15 counties, 2 time zones, and 1 area code. Welcome to the Upper Peninsula. Welcome to 906 Outdoors. For your connection to the UP, watch 906 Outdoors Saturday mornings at 7:30.
On Jeopardy!
Happy New Year, everyone.
New year, same champion.
She is right now the 5th biggest money winner in Jeopardy history with the 4th longest winning streak.
Now, with over $800,000.
Season 38 has certainly been the season of the super champion.
Can Amy Schneider's historic run continue?
You never know which will be the day when the challenger who can unseat you is here on this stage.
On Jeopardy!
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
All I wanted to do was help out a friend. It was supposed to be just a couple of hours. It turned out to be multiple days.
There is just so much junk.
I asked him why didn't he hire some professional movers, and he said he couldn't afford it. Guess you never heard of Dan the Moving Man.
Don't traumatize your friends. Call Dan the Moving Man. We want to make your move as easy as possible. That's why we offer affordable rates and an experienced staff that will take care of your belongings. Call us today for a free quote.
Get your Newswatch 12 Trail Report every week on Newswatch 12 at 10, Thursday and Friday nights. And Newswatch 12 Today, Friday mornings. The Newswatch 12 Trail Report is brought to you by these Northern Wisconsin and UP Ski-Doo dealers.
Welcome back to Up North F4. No Jeff Weather today, but I'm joined by meteorologist Andrew Kike. Andrew, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Dan?
I'm doing well. So we got an expert with us today, and I feel like January is a good time to kind of reflect upon our habits. And a topic we've actually already talked about this week is dry January, drinking alcohol. It has some negative health benefits, as I'm sure many people are well. We are now joined by Dr. Noelle LeConte. She's a medical oncologist with the UW School of Medicine. Dr. LeConte, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks.
So let's talk about drinking alcohol. What does the research, what does the evidence suggest about it?
Yep, and I'm a cancer doctor, as you said, so my focus is particularly on alcohol as a carcinogen. We know that alcohol causes 7 different types of cancer, and that the more you drink and for the longer period of time, the higher your risk of these cancers.
So, Dr. LeConte, we're talking about this dry January that's, right now in the month of January. With that in mind, of people that are using this as a stepping stone to ultimately move away from drinking or, just kind of alter their habits, what would you say to them to kind of, from this first step, continue that initiative with that in mind that there are all these negative health consequences to drinking?
Yeah, so the history of dry January is that it was meant to piggyback off of people making New Year's resolutions. Generally, those are oftentimes related to health things like exercising more, eating differently, losing weight. So we're trying to build off that momentum, and we're also trying to make it not so overwhelming. If you say, I'm never going to drink again the rest of my life, that's kind of a setup for failure. That's a really, really high bar. So if you say, well, I'm not going to drink for this month, and then I'm going to reassess in February, that's much more achievable. You're much more likely to be successful. And even if you go back to drinking in February, reducing at all for a month is better than not reducing, right? So every little bit helps here. So what we want people to do, first of all, is if you drink every day on a regular basis, you need to talk to your doctor or your healthcare provider first. It is possible to withdraw and even die from alcohol withdrawal. So it is something where you need some medical blessing. Most people are just fine to start cutting down right now, but I would ask that you do check in with your providers. Assuming you get the red light, there are things you can do. For example, trying to break that behavior and alcohol connection where, like a lot of us, when we watch the Packers, we drink beer. Well, can you try subbing in something else? Whether that's water, non-alcoholic beer, coffee, tea, whatever. So that would be one strategy. Another one is to try hydrating more. People that are not thirsty are going to drink less alcohol, generally speaking. Talk to your family and friends. Be very public about your intentions so they can help you be accountable. And if you can have a buddy that will do this with you, you're even more likely to be successful. And then, celebrate when you have a good day. And if you have a slip up, it's okay. None of us are perfect. It will happen. Just keep at it. Keep trying.
Well, Dr. LeConte, you answered some of my other questions. So thank you so much for joining us on the show, and have a good rest of your day.
Great. Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back on Up North at 4. We're going to head to Eagle River and learn more about the ice castle and how they design it.
Welcome to today's Elite Money Minute with the Elite Advisor Team.
Hey, Mike, I heard you and Nikki are going sledding on George Street Hill.
We sure are. I'm getting the old toboggan ready by putting the super slick ceramic wax on. I'm looking to set a new amateur recreational toboggan land speed record. Remember, don't try this at home.
Mike, you may want to be careful. You're not as young as you used to be. It might take a little longer to recover.
Perhaps you should stick to helping people with their taxes and their portfolio efficiency. You're way less likely to end up in the emergency room.
If you would like to learn more ways to make sure your retirement is as efficient as Mike's toboggan, give our office a call at 1-800-469-2040 and request your free copy of Retirement Be Prepared.
That's today's Elite Money Minute. For more information on this topic or other retirement ideas and information, visit our website at retireidea.com.
It's a journey unlike any other,
filled with remarkable stories leading to a moment
when for the first time the Winter Olympics and the Super Bowl take place at the same time.
And this is the only place to see it. It will be once in a lifetime.
Watch these events in February, only on NBC 12, from where you live.
Spin into the new year, 2022.
Can you believe it?
I know. With Wheel.
You are the third generation woman of your family to be on a game show.
Right.
Will Cammie kick off the new year?
We got the confetti dusted off. We're ready to go.
With a Wheel win? Plus, we take a trip to Nashville.
Tennessee in all your life?
Tennessee girl, yes.
And we're talking
Nashville's famous hot chicken.
Hear the spicy story behind the sauce. All this week on America's Game.
Wheel of Fortune, weeknights at 6:30 on NBC 12.
We're back in Up North at 4. I am here inside the Eagle River Fire Department, the builders of the famous Eagle River Ice Castle. I'm here with Chief Michael Anderson. Chief, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Dan?
Doing well. What do we got right here?
This is the design that we're planning on building this year. As we build it, we generally will adjust it some, but this is the design that we are going to go with. The walls come from our 2014 design that was designed by Jack Thomas, and then the tower is the last tower that he designed in 2018.
You're doing some cutting today, right on the lake. What's going on with the lake?
Yeah, we go through and we score it down. We're sitting on 12 inches of ice right now, and so we score it down. We cut down 9 inches, and we leave the last 2 to 3 inches there, and then we'll cut that on the day that we pull. It stops the water from coming up and freezing the grid back together.
How does it feel to be kind of on the verge of doing this after a couple years off?
Well, it'll get me past the first couple days, and I'll be very excited. Pulling of the ice is always very makes me nervous, putting all the trucks on the ice and loading them with ice. That makes me nervous always.
Okay, and then tomorrow, Saturday, you're going to be pulling the ice. You need some volunteers for that?
We do. We can use volunteers. So we plan on building all the way through Tuesday, and we can use volunteers just about every day building.
Okay, and then let's talk about what this means to the community. This is a historical thing that you guys do. Do you ever think about that history?
Yeah, all the time. Throughout the whole year, I think about it. This community really loves it, and if I can't get it every year, we don't get it up, I feel like I failed. I feel like I have let the community down at least.
But it's not in your power, right? So you should be a little easier on yourself.
It's rarely in my power. It's all about how much ice we get.
Got it. All right. Well, thanks so much, Chief. I'm excited for this. Hopefully it turns out.
All right. Thanks, Dan.
If you or someone you know has been exposed to asbestos and you now suffer from mesothelioma or lung cancer, you could be entitled to significant cash compensation. Hi, I'm Paula Haddock here with spokesman Rob Wolf. So Rob, please share with the viewers at home, who should be calling in right now?
Well, just like you said, Paula, if you or anyone you know have been exposed to asbestos and now suffer from mesothelioma or from lung cancer, you may be entitled to significant compensation.
Thanks, Rob. Call now.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Due to an adverse product mix differential, our sales revenue for Q2 was flat.
Did you take into consideration at all my department's profits?
Blah, 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 blah.
Make your dreams a reality. Book your snowmobile trip to Saint Germain today. Call us at the Chamber and we'll make sure you're taken care of.
Hi, folks. Welcome back. If you or someone you love has been exposed to asbestos and you now suffer from mesothelioma or lung cancer, you could be entitled to significant cash compensation. Rob, please share with everyone who should be calling in right now.
Well, just like you said, Paula, if you or anyone you know have been exposed to asbestos and now suffer from mesothelioma or from lung cancer, you may be entitled to significant compensation.
Thanks, Rob. Pick up the phone and call now.
We're backing up north half 4. You know, Andrew, I might be nerding out a little too much on this ice castle, but it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I think we should take a look back to the last time it was built, back in 2018. Our reporter at the time, Katie Thorson, did a story about it. So let's take a look at that.
Take 3,000 blocks of ice, more than 100 volunteers, and a community built on ice and snow, and you've got everything you need to build an ice castle.
Oh, this is volunteerism at its best.
The Eagle River Volunteer Fire Department takes charge of building the ice castle each year. It takes about 5 days to score the lake, harvest the ice, sand the blocks, and build the ice castle.
Today is my favorite day. Pulling the ice out of the lake is my favorite day.
Despite the cold,
what is it, about 1 degree out right now?
Nearly all 45 members of the volunteer fire department help in the process.
Go!
That's in addition to all the other members of the community that come out to help any way they can.
Bringing them, soup and cookies and all that kind of great stuff.
It's really neat to see a community come together for something that they truly love.
All of these people coming together to build an ice castle and a community they can be proud of.
The ice castle is so good for Eagle River because we get all the tourism that comes in, and it's a great sense of accomplishment.
What do you think, Andrew?
I think it's pretty cool, and it's just, all winter long, seeing what you can do with the ice and the snow is really neat. I mean, ice castles, ice caves, ice forts all around being built all over Wisconsin.
I think it's cool, too. And, the fact that it hasn't been around in a couple years, of course, it's sad, but it also kind of adds a bit of, rarity to it that even enhances a little bit more.
Definitely.
Are you feeling lucky or smart today? Either of one?
I always am.
You always are? Okay, well, I think I saw the quiz wizard walking around. Let's see.
I have not seen him yet.
No, Jeff Weller, but you shall not mass. Andrew Kiefer. It is an ice castle themed quiz. Here's question number 1.
Oh, man. Okay.
Question 1, about how many ice blocks are taken out per ice castle?
Oh, man.
1,000 to 2,000? 2,000 to 3,000, 3,000 to 4,000, 4,000 to 5,000. And if you were listening earlier, you would know.
Shoot, I think it was C, 3,000 to 4,000. No, it was B then.
It was B, 2,000 to 3,000. That's okay. We'll survive. We got another question here. You got to get 2 out of 3. So here's the answer, 2,000 to 3,000. And then our next slide is question number 2. What lake is the ice taken out of? Again, Eagle River area. Is it A, Dollar Lake, B, Silver Lake, C, Gold Lake, or D, Penny Lake?
Was it Silver Lake?
Ding, 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 ding. There you go. Dollar and Silver are the only actual lakes there, but you got it, Silver Lake, and it's been taken out of Silver Lake for like 80 years. Crazy. Okay, so here is our final question. You got to get this one. to defeat the Quiz Wizard.
Okay.
How much do the ice blocks weigh? 60 to 70 pounds, 10 to 20 pounds, 100 to 110 pounds, or 200 to 210 pounds?
Well, you know, everyone was walking and they didn't seem like they were struggling too much to carry them.
Right, exactly.
So I'm going to think I'm more of the lighter end, more of that 10 to 20.
Okay, wait a second. So you're right, people were carrying them, but, you know, maybe they were laboring a little bit,
And,
right?
you know, yeah, so...
Because 10 to 20 is nothing, right?
No, I mean, they could have one on each hand and, you know...
So I think you should rethink your answer.
So, okay, maybe we'll bump that up to that one above. I think that was A.
Let's see the
60
answer.
to 70? Yes.
60 to 70 pounds, Andrew Kike, for you have defeated the Quiz Wizard.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Kike, while I was up in Eagle River, I also stopped by the Vintage Snowmobile Championships. It's awesome. There's so many people there. It's really loud. That's probably the only drawback, especially on these old machines. But I was able to talk to a grandfather who has his son and his granddaughter, all three rather, are racing this weekend. So let's take a look at that. We're back on Up North at 4. I am at the famous World Championship Derby track here in Eagle River. I'm with Patrick Seiler. Patrick, you made a trip to get here, right? Where are you coming from?
Yeah, Spring Lake, Michigan. About a 9-hour drive.
And I talked to your son before this. He's also racing, as is your granddaughter.
Yeah.
Your son kind of got you into the racing aspect. Tell me about that.
Yeah, he actually did. Chad's been racing now for about 15 years. I used to race when I was younger, but then I did not race for 40 years. I'm 63. And about 5 years ago, got back into it.
You know, picking up new hobbies at the mid-50s. I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about, this is the vintage racing weekend. Next weekend is where the pros show up. How'd you get into vintage racing? That seems kind of niche.
Yeah, well, it really is. But you got to remember, I was born and raised in 1958, so my first sled was in 1972. And then I had a 78 Polaris TX, so it just became natural. I mean, I collect, I've redone vintage cars and trailers, so it's just part of life.
And these sleds behind us, these are two of your sleds, right? And how old are they? What year are they?
1979 and a 1978.
That's cool. And your granddaughter's going to be racing on one of these. Are you ever scared for her out there? I mean, they're going pretty fast, right?
Absolutely. You know, what I have to understand is a lot of prayer and a lot of wisdom is required. And yeah, absolutely. We understand that there is risk every time we come out. But to say that we are a family of prayer, we really are. But we also have to be wise.
All right, so this is the World Championships, right? I mean, have you come to Eagle River before? Do you always look forward to it?
This is my third year, personally. Yeah.
Do you love coming here?
It's the best. It's the granddaddy of them all. I mean, this is where people come from all over the United States. Unfortunately, our Canadian friends are not able to come this year. But yeah, this is the best of the best racers.
Well, Patrick, good luck to you, good luck to your son, good luck to your granddaughter.
Thank you.
This should be a fun weekend.
Thank you very much. We're excited.
All right, we'll be right back in Up North at 4.
Get a sneak peek at the upcoming weather for the week with meteorologist Andrew Kiekefer on Newswatch 12 weekends at 10 p.m. Utilizing industry-leading technology, WJFW has you covered so you can stay on top of those ever-changing systems in the North Woods.
At Menards, we have everything you need to create the bathroom of your dreams. Sterling products provide a combination of style and comfort to make your bathroom come to life. These showers and tubs have a durable, high-gloss finish that provides a smooth, shiny surface that's easy to clean. Transform your bathroom today and save big on Sterling showers and bathtubs now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Dr. Justin Scher, DC with the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau. Are you one of the millions of people suffering with the symptoms of peripheral neuropathy? Your symptoms may include numbness and tingling in your feet or hands, difficulty sleeping from leg or foot discomfort, and debilitating balance problems. I have good news for you. You can now get relief with our breakthrough treatment method without the use of drugs or surgery. Our treatments help to heal damaged nerves that cause peripheral neuropathy. If left untreated, you may eventually end up with a walker or wheelchair, so don't delay. Call our office now to schedule an appointment to see if our treatment methods are right for you. We will do a painless neuropathy severity exam to determine the amount of nerve loss. If you qualify for our treatment, it can truly change your life. Start living your life pain-free. Call today.
On Jeopardy!
Happy New Year, everyone.
New year, same champion.
She is right now the 5th biggest money winner in Jeopardy history with the 4th longest winning streak.
Now, with over $800,000.
Season 38 has certainly been the season of the super champion.
Can Amy Schneider's historic run continue?
You never know which will be the day when the challenger who can unseat you is here on this stage.
On Jeopardy!
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
Check out the events in the Northwoods page on the WJFW website to find can't miss local events. Do you want to spread the word about your event? You can add it to the calendar there too.
All right, we're back. I want to make a quick correction from yesterday. They rescheduled the candlelight ski at Rhinelander High School, so that was going to be Sunday, but kind of around the time of the airing of the 4 o'clock yesterday, got moved to March 6th. So I don't want anyone to show up, freeze their butts off, and go to that on Sunday, because it's not happening on Sunday. It's March 6th. And speaking of freezing our butts off, I don't know if I can say that word on air, but I'm going to. Andrew, it's cold and it's going to get colder, right?
Yeah, I think it's very appropriate to say freezing our butts off will be kind of a thing coming up here in the Northwoods. So, looking at today, though, it was pretty nice out with the sun. So we got, a little bit of a compromise with the cold temperatures. Nice view out there, and in fact, a great sunset that we're seeing right now. But Dan, the cold does not stop there. We do have a little bit of a warm-up on the way for tomorrow, but then we're getting colder again. And before we get colder, we are going to be picking up some snowfall. So, what else is new? Kind of life up north, getting all the snowfall. We'll be getting about a ½ inch to an inch by the time that we do hit tomorrow afternoon. And as you can see, this will be kind of a widespread snowfall. Not a huge deal at all. We've got this totally fine there. But that is going to be all the snowfall that we do see for the upcoming week. So that's not a lot of snowfall, and it's going to be for just that one day, overnight tonight into Saturday. And as you can see, Dan, our next chance for snow is not until next week, Friday. And before that, that's where we're talking about that really cold weather out there. Looking at look at Sunday into Monday, looking at that low of -16, followed up again with a -16 on Monday and a -1 for a high. So maybe a good call to, move that candlelight event to not.
Yeah, probably a good decision. So we're going to get a dusting tomorrow night, right? And then
through tonight into tomorrow. So by tomorrow night, we'll be drying out.
Okay, well, we have a few moments left here, Andrew, and I just have to remark, your tie, it's got to be one of the widest ties I've ever seen.
Ever seen?
Yeah, I mean, what went into your decision-making with that tie?
Oh, I don't know. I like the contrast of the red and blue.
The red and the blue?
Yeah.
I feel like that could be like a spatula or something to flip pancakes with.
Yeah, you could do a lot with this. But I want to comment on your tie.
Okay,
that tie, it's Jeff Weller's tie.
It is Jeff's tie.
It's also my favorite tie in the entire building. I think it's just
okay, well, we should. Do you want to use this tie for the other newscast then, 5, 6, and 10?
Oh, I don't know. I got the whole thing going, and it's...
all right. You
maybe for another day I'll
okay, well, your fashion exceeds mine, but thank you for coming on the show, Andrew.
Yeah, thank you for having me on Up North at 4, Dan. It's been a pleasure with you all along.
Of course. We'll have more from Andrew at 5 and 6.
Yep.
See you then.